There are 3 keys to fix procrastination as an online entrepreneur who works from home that you can literally fix overnight and boost your productivity massively. Plus, by the end of this video, we'll be talking about the 4th one that it's not possible to implement overnight, but if you start working on it, it will be one that will have the biggest impact of them all. Now, there are many other things you can do to improve your productivity and avoid procrastination besides what we'll talk about in this video, but literally everybody talks about those over the internet, such as getting good sleep, exercising, and all of that, so we will not even mention them. These 3 things are the ones that have had the biggest impact on my life and my battle with procrastination. So let's begin with number 1. Disable all notifications from your phone except calls. I'm not a fan of the people who turn their phone off because there might be an emergency. So what I do is all my phone notifications are disabled, meaning they don't make any sound whatsoever. And also I've disabled pop-up animations on screen for notifications. So when I get a text or something, I don't see it pop up on the screen and interrupt what I was doing. I don't know about other people's social circles, but at least with my friends and family, true emergencies are communicated through calls, not through text. So I always know that whatever text I'm receiving, it's not time sensitive. So it's okay if I'm not checking it for hours, because if it was truly important, I would be getting a call. There's one more thing that I want to add to the phone thing, and that is to put your phone out of reach. I put mine either inside a drawer or on a table far away, so if I were to use it, I need to stand up, walk over there, and then I can use it. This is basically so I can avoid the temptation of checking Instagram or any other app on my phone while I'm working. This might make you uncomfortable at first, but you'll get used to it fairly quickly. The logic behind this is to put some obstacles in the process. Availability is something really strong that drives behavior. People who are trying to control their eating habits do the same thing with food. They avoid having chips, cookies, ice cream, and other unhealthy foods around the house, so they cannot even be tempted to indulge on them. So apply the same logic to your phone usage. One thing that might do the whole thing difficult for you is if you actually need your phone for work. Like if you need it to make calls because maybe you do phone sales or you take photos or to answer texts from customers like from WhatsApp business or Instagram business accounts. Whatever the case might be, I would still recommend to disable notifications or at least some of them. So if you're using WhatsApp as a business, then keep those WhatsApp notifications on, but disable Instagram or Twitter if you're not using those apps as a business. Basically, disable the notifications from your non-business apps. Number 2, don't chase 2 rabbits. This comes from the book The One Thing by Gary Keller. The whole premise of the book comes from the famous quote from Confucius: "The man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither." Basically, it means to focus on what really matters, the single thing that will move you forward in life into what you're truly aiming for. Sometimes we do things in life that would be nice to have or accomplish, but aren't really essential, or we don't truly and genuinely care for. The problem with that is that when you spread your attention too much between different activities, you compromise on all of them and don't reach higher levels in life. You're moving so slowly, you might as well be stuck. So look at the things you're doing on a day-to-day basis and investing time in. Cut out the things that feel as if they're important but truly aren't. So just focus on the thing that truly matters, and that will make your life move forward and progress. Because sometimes we have desires of things we want to accomplish that don't come from within us, but of the idea of who we would like to be in the eyes of society or someone else. Now, even though many people say to exclusively do one single thing, I don't fully agree with that. I think it's fine to do up to 3 projects or activities, although I do believe they should be related or within the same industry. So in my personal case, I'm working on 2 projects right now, but both have to do with writing, communicating, and entertaining. So it's not like one thing is being a professional basketball player and the other one is to be a neuroscientist. That would be too far apart. So try to keep these 3 activities within the same industry or niche. Number 3, use Trello for your projects and work. I started doing this one a few months ago, and honestly it's been life-changing. It's something that I had always resisted and didn't want to do because I thought it was not necessary. I used to have a general to-do list, but never ended up working that well for me. So I tried Trello, broke down all the main things in my life into a few simple categories, and then every time I want or need to do something, I put it on the right list or board, and then I schedule it on my Google Calendar. I recommend breaking things down into very specific and tangible things that are easy to measure. So for example, if you have to make a YouTube video from scratch, don't just write down, make a YouTube video. Break it down into its main actionable parts, which are title idea, thumbnail idea, write the script, record the voiceover, gather the footage, edit the video, and publish the video. The good thing about this approach is that you're gamifying your work, which makes it more enjoyable, and you get a clearer sense of progress before you even finish the task, which helps you stay focused and to keep going. These 3 things I mentioned you can implement immediately. But now let's talk about the extra one that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, and it's something you cannot change overnight but will have the biggest impact over time. And that is to model and change your social circle. A lot of people talk about this one and it's truly important. I used to underestimate it in the past, but it's huge. Try to surround yourself with people who are focused, ambitious, and hardworking. It will rub on you fast. Right now, as I'm writing this script and reading this voiceover for this video, I can feel the inspiration and pressure from my hardworking friends. I don't like to call it pressure because that makes it sound like a bad thing, but I just know that right now they are working on their projects and businesses and making progress, and I want to keep up with them. The idea of them being there is already enough motivation for me to keep going. Also, our environment shapes the things we value and deem as important. Logically, you know that hard work, focus, and improving your life in tangible ways is an important thing. But emotionally, it's easy to forget if your social circle isn't right. We're social creatures, and how the people close to us behave and thinks has a big influence on us. Now, some people online go to the extreme of saying you should cut all the people from your life who don't serve this purpose. But I don't personally agree with that. I have some good friends from my childhood who might not be into business and don't aspire as much as some of my other friends. But that doesn't mean I cannot see them from time to time and share a few laughs. I think the real answer is to change how much time you spend with them. For some of my childhood friends, the ones with whom our goals don't align, I used to see them 2 or 3 times a month, and now it's just 2 or 3 times a year. I think that's a healthier approach. At least try the 3 things that I mentioned for a week. Just give it a week and see what happens. If it works, please come back to this video and let me know in the comments.
Now, you can try to figure out how to make money online on your own, but if you want to go straight to the right answer and learn literally the best method that exists out there as of right now that's helping complete beginners go from $0 to $1,000 a day without any previous experience, click the link in the description to sign up for this week's free workshop and you'll learn how you can start earning a sizable income online as fast as possible. So click the link in the description now.